As we know in the hospitality industry, your team is the most important asset that you have. While the ambience and the resources of the environment are beautiful, it's that customer services, that customer experience. How does the luxury hotel industry value the employee experience? And how do you use feedback in order to make sure that your employees are well informed, well trained, or more importantly, that they feel integrated in the overall goal of the experience for the customer?
Yeah, I think, Richard, you bring about a very important part. And while almost every mission, vision statement of every organization talks about people being their strength, but I think, especially from pre-COVID, during COVID, even COVID, this challenge of taking care of your people seems to be, totally being forgotten. I think somehow I do go over and see a lot of organizations, whether I go into restaurants, whether I go into hotels these days, and you see there's a lot of disengagement of people from their customer. And that obviously arises because they obviously do not feel valued in the organization themselves as well. So going back into what you spoke about in terms of how do you, make them feel valued, I think one of the things which used to be really good, and I'm speaking about the early stages of my hospitality career, wherein the leaders were not possibly in so much in meetings and in their offices, and they were more out and about. That was that leadership style that you show leadership through walking around. You show leadership by meeting people. You show leadership by asking questions. Hey, listen, how are you doing? What are the things which I can do? I think there's become so hierarchical that if you are a general manager, you may have to go through 8 levels before your voice is to be heard. And by the time, I think it's just too late. Some people may make that effort and may, create a huge scene which may not get appreciated, or they may leave, or they may tell the customer, or the customer feel it. And I think that's really terrible. So I think most important is to, just before we had started off, we were discussing about it as well. I think a lot of things are very simple. And if you follow those simple steps, I know there are a lot of meetings, and in our very connected world, there are constant online meetings and other stuff. But if you make this as a priority as well, and if you kind of connect with people, the typical scene few decades back would be to see the general manager standing in the lobby to meet the customers and to see what's going on, and be like a director of sorts of the opera, to just make sure that that music is there for the customer. But all of a sudden, I think everyone's been behind doors, and the more they stay behind doors, the less they know about their product, the more they don't want to come out in front, and they possibly push a junior person who may not be well equipped to handle that situation. So for the customer and for the employees as well.